Hands palms face down. An adjusted cat-cow as you inhale, pull on your knees to reach your chest forwards and up. And then as you exhale, roll off your sit bones and curve the spine away. Use your hands to support you. Inhale, forwards and up, like you've got a hook underneath your breastbone. And then as you exhale, concave the belly, tummy button in towards your spine. 3 more times like that, really working the length of the movement to the length of your breath. So there's a consistent and continuous flow. Pull the shoulders back as you breathe in and let them slide off your back as you exhale. Beautiful. Come back onto your sit bones. Reach your right arm up in front of you and then drop your hand behind your neck. Your left hand will hold onto your right elbow. I like to create this pincer grip where my thumb is pushing my forearm in towards my bicep to get a slightly deeper stretch down the back of my arm into my tricep. Try and melt the front ribs back, down. Tuck that shirt into your pants. Keeping the back of the body as long as the front. Take a full breath in, reach both arms up towards the ceiling. And then switch the other side, bend your left hand behind you, pincer grip the elbow with your right hand. Now here we're aiming the elbow up towards the ceiling to open the shoulder. However, if that range isn't there and you start to hinge at the ribs, tuck those back in and just work with that range in the shoulder. Take one more full round of breath here. Beautiful. Release both hands up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, clasp your hands behind your back. Create an interlock with your hands, palms together. Push your fist in towards the floor and then reach your chest up and away. I'm going to hold here for 3 rounds of breath. Roll the shoulders back and feel the lift of your chest. Keep the throat in a neutral position so you can easily talk if you wanted to. Slowly drop your chin towards your chest. Take the weight forward into your hands and find a tabletop position. Beautiful. Again, 3 traditional cat-cows. So your inhale is an open of the chest, lift the tailbone. Full exhale, push your hands and knees into the floor and draw your belly away. Inhale to open. Full exhale, slide your shoulder blades off your back and concave. 1 more round here. Big exhales, keep pushing the air out. Find your neutral spine, and then from here, open your right arm towards the ceiling. Take a full breath in. Exhale, thread the arm underneath, and don't touch the floor, just reach, reach, reach. Inhale, reaching towards the ceiling. Exhale and thread. You can bend that left arm to get that extra twist. Once more here, breath in. Exhale and rinse through the waist. Inhale up towards the ceiling. And then plant your hand back on the floor. Right leg reaches behind you. Start by keeping your foot on the floor and just reaching the heel back. Start a gentle rock with the body. Moving between pushing through the heel and then taking the weight forwards into the fingertips. Find your middle ground. By reaching the heel away, your leg will extend off the floor. Take a breath in here. Just bending at the knee, keep the thigh high and squeeze your heel in towards your bum. Start to take the weight out of your left fingertips. And if you can, slowly, gradually take the hand back and attach it onto or ankle or your foot. Full breath in. As you exhale, push your foot into your hand and start to lift your thigh and your chest. Take a full round of breath here. Stay for your exhale. One more breath in, reach your chest forwards and up. And exhale, slowly release. Find a long arm, long leg. One more breath in, tuck your front ribs into your pants, and then slowly release. 3 cat-cows to rinse, and you can take these a bit more freely now. If you want to add a circle, add a few sides. Use it to rinse out the spine. One more full round of breath wherever you are. Inhale into your neutral spine. Spread your hands into the mat. Full breath in, left arm reaches up high. Exhale, thread it underneath you and rinse through the waist. Inhale, forwards and up. Full exhale. One more time. Find more range of motion by pushing into your right hand to lever away from it. Beautiful. Exhale, full rinse. Inhale, one more open. And then bring your hand back towards the floor. Left leg reaches back. Plant your toes and spend a moment pushing through your calf. It's a nice stretch down the back of the leg, but also finding that weight transfer through the hands, getting us ready for any downward facing dogs. Find that neutral space. Reach the leg away to lift it up. Keep that length behind. Just bend at the knee, keep the left thigh lifted, and start to transfer weight out of the right hand. Take it back and hold on to the front of the ankle if you can. Full breath in. As you exhale, push your foot into your hand. The hand is just a grip. All the strength is coming from the leg. Stay for a full round of breath. Feel the opening of the front of the left thigh. Inhale, lift your chest and shoulders. Exhale, slowly release. Find that length between the arm and the leg. And then bring it back to neutral. Tuck the toes and sit back into a gentle fire toes. Now here you want to have your weight probably on top of your hips. You'll already start to feel that stretch in the fascia of the underneath of the foot and probably a slight compression in the front of the toes. Here, the best thing to do is to just relax the shoulders open. Try and avoid the temptation to lead your shoulders forward. Plant them right on top of your hips. Full breath in, reach your arms forwards and up. Exhale, reach your right arm across your body, scoop your left arm underneath. Draw that arm over and across and squeeze it in towards your chest to feel that stretch across the side and front of the right shoulder. Full breath in here. Stay for your exhale. Keep your front ribs tucked in. Full breath in, reach your arms forwards and up. Switch to the other arm. Left arm across the body, right arm scoops underneath. Keep the back of the body as long as the front. You can tuck the chin ever so slightly to feel the length in the back of the neck. Inhale, arms forwards and up. As you exhale, bring them through your heart center and then take the weight forwards. Gentle pitter-patter of the toes on the mat just to get the front of the feet relaxed and the blood back flowing. Beautiful. From here, come up onto your knees. You can have them slightly separated for a bit more balance. Hands start fingers face down. Moving into a gentle camel pose. Your hands are acting like a corset or a brace. Feel like you are lifting your ribs off of your waist, up and over the heel of your hands for a gentle back bend. Now as your chest starts going back, your hips should press forwards to counteract, Take a full breath in here, squeeze your elbows back, lift your chest, and then slowly come back, chin towards your chest. And you can take a couple more like that, or if you have the range in your wrists, you can flip your fingers up so that the heels of your hands are now pointing down towards your pelvis. Your inhale lifts you up and over your hands. Hips push forwards. Stay for your inhale. Exhale, slowly come up. One more time in either of those positions, lifting up and over as you inhale. Exhale and melt into the position, up and over your hands. Stay for your inhale. Exhale, use your core to come back to center. Beautiful. Inhale, arms forwards and up. Exhale, plant them down on the floor. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Send the hips back and up. Start by bending the knees and establishing the long line of your spine. Relax your head between your arms. Gentle lift of the tailbone up towards the ceiling. And then you can start to reach your heels down from that point. If your spine starts curving, then rebend the knees and find that long flat back by tilting the pelvis up. Pedal through the feet, opening the backs of the legs. And you can get the pelvis a little bit involved with this if you like a side-side action. I encourage you to make any extra organic movements that just feel good for you. Getting into those little corners of the body that you haven't quite found yet. Find a neutral position, take a full breath in, emptying out. Reach your right leg behind you, three-legged dog. Bend the knee in and open it towards the ceiling for a scorpion pose. Now here, draw your right shoulder back to meet your left, so it's still like you're in a downward facing dog. It's just the right hip that's trying to stack on top of the left and create the scorpion tail. Big breath in. Slowly draw that leg back down, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, inhale. Bend the knee, exhale, open that left hip on top of the right. Full breath in, relax the head. Release that left leg down as you exhale. Start to walk to the top of the mat. Step by step, try and land your heel first, because this will help encourage you land heel first when you move into your lunges. Once you're at the top, big toes together, bend your knees softly, clasp your hands behind your back, find the alternate grip, the one that's not as natural to you. And then reach your arms up towards the ceiling and perhaps over your head for a shoulder stretch. Now if this is deeply uncomfortable or you feel more tense than you do stretch, then you can clasp onto your elbows and create a bind behind you. Keep tipping that weight forwards into the toes. Drop your chin to the chest, find a long back of the neck. One more full round of breath here. Empty out and relax your belly over your thighs. Gently release your bind and let your arms dangle down by your feet. Bend your knees deeper and roll to standing, stacking the spine piece by piece. Allow your arms and head to be left behind until you reach the top. Inhale, roll your shoulders up. Exhale, roll them back and down. Beautiful. Sweep your arms forwards and up. Exhale, clasp your hands behind your back. Inhale, roll your shoulders back. Take a breath in. Forward fold, keep the clasp of the hands and let the hands fall up and over. Inhale, halfway lift, release the grip, take your hands onto your shins. And as you exhale, step into your high plank. Take a full breath in here. As you exhale, stay fingertips on the mat, shoulders over your wrists, and just drop your knees. Another breath in, find that length in your neck. And take a full exhale to lower onto your mat. Your belly doesn't meet before your chest. From here, take a baby cobra. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale and relax down. One more. Inhale. Squeeze your shoulders back. Exhale. Now from here, we're going to take our left arm out like a cactus. Find that 90-degree angle between your shoulder and your elbow and your wrist. From here, relax your left side of your face down. Take your right leg up and over behind you to meet, hopefully, the floor behind you. Now, if your leg doesn't touch the floor, that's absolutely fine. What you want to find is a soft, relaxed position. Sometimes reaching it down on the diagonal can be a lot more comfortable. What we're aiming for is a stretch on the front of the left shoulder. What I find most effective is to lift the chest a little and then replace it slightly more centrally onto the mat. Relax your head down. Take a few rounds of breath here. Find as much of a passive pose as you can. Allow the weight of the leg to initiate the twist. If you find any compression in the spine, you can slowly soften the knees. Roll that right hip back on top of the left. Slowly roll onto your belly. Switch the sides of your face. Take your right arm out to the side. Create that 90-degree angle to set yourself up. Plant your head down and then your left leg wrap up and over. If you need to readjust, just lift the chest and draw it back towards the center of the mat. Here is a beautiful place to close down your eyes. Where you find that internal viewing, the deeper sense of breath. Use these moments to really check into the body. Rolling back onto your belly. Take your hands so they're in front of your shoulders. Take a full breath in here, lift into your baby cobra. And as you exhale, push into your hands, tuck your toes and re-find your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up onto your tippy toes. And as you exhale, bend your knees, create a springload with your legs. Step hop or jump to the top of the mat, big toes touching, relax your head down. Take a halfway lift, draw your shoulders back. And as you exhale, tip more weight into the fronts of your toes. Bend your knees deeper to roll to standing. Next, inhale, shoulders forwards and up. Exhale, circle them back and down. Inhale, arms reach forwards towards the ceiling. Exhale, find that alternate grip behind your back. Inhale, lift your chest and drop your fists behind you. Exhale, forward fold. Keep the hands traveling towards the ceiling. Release the grip. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step into your high plank. Moving through a chaturanga, you can drop the knees if you like. Exhale, find that 90-degree bend of the elbows. Inhale, perhaps your first upward facing dog or a cobra. Exhale, straight into your downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts behind you. Knee to nose. Take the shoulders right over your wrists. Inhale, back to your three-legged dog. This time knee to nose, but land your foot right in between your hands for a lunge. Ground your back foot 45 degrees, and then lift your body up to your warrior one. Pull your right thigh back into its socket, and then roll your left hip forwards. Try and square off your hips to the front. Soften into your right knee. Take a full breath in. Exhale, clasp your hands back behind your back. Inhale, roll your shoulders back. Trace that fist down your back thigh. And then, like a forward fold, coming into your humble warrior, keep the arms reaching up and over. Try and relax your head so that your gaze is looking towards your back foot. And it may test your balance a little, but we want to find that full weight of the head. Perhaps your right shoulder is tracing the inside of your right knee. Perhaps one day your head will land onto the floor. Take a full breath in here. We're going to stay for our exhale. Keep reaching the fist up and away from you. Inhale, release the hands. Come back to your warrior one. Exhale, stay low and then just open the hips into your warrior two. Full breath in here. As you exhale, keep pulling that front right knee over your pinky toe. Flip the front palm, reverse warrior as you inhale. Exhale, return to your warrior two. Twice more like that. Inhale, paint the ceiling with your fingers. Exhale, and deepen your wide. Last time, inhale. Exhale, bring both hands to the top of the mat. From here, push into your hands, scoop your right leg back behind you. Find your three-legged dog. Bend into a scorpion, and you can stay here. Or optionally, take that foot up and over and find a wild thing. Your right toes will touch the floor, your left leg is straight, and you'll start to open your chest towards the ceiling. Full breath in here. Now to return, spiral through the body, so your right hand will place down first, then followed by your chest, your hips, your leg is last. Bring your knee towards your hands and place your whole shin on the floor. Beautiful, and you can relax that left knee down. From here, come up onto your fingertips, and maybe this is enough of a back bend for you, or you can start to walk those hands further back. Keep the hip very heavy on top of your right heel, and you can lift the chest, finding a nice opening in the front of your left thigh. Taking a full breath in here. Try and stay for your exhale. Slowly bring yourself further forwards. Now bend your back heel up and use your left hand to wrap around the front of the foot. You want to squeeze that heel in towards your glute and still sink your hips forward. Now you can have a little twist if you like, or you can take your shoulders forwards. If you want a stronger stretch to the front of that hip, then you can lift your chest to keep opening the front of the body. A couple of rounds of breath here, remembering to keep sinking into that front fold of your right hip. Reaching your left knee away from you to open the thigh. Slowly release your back foot. Bring your hands down, tuck your back toes, take one more full breath in. And as you exhale, tiger toe, curl knee to nose, and then slowly release that heel back. Take 3 rounds of breath here. You can pedal through the feet, or you can find your still position. And then from here, inhale up onto your tippy toes. Exhale, spring load the legs, look to where you're going to land, step up or jump to the top of the mat, and relax in your forward fold. Take a halfway lift, breathe in, roll your shoulders back and down. Exhale and relax forward. Bend your knees and roll to standing. Take a full round of breath to get there. Next, inhale, roll your shoulders forwards and up. Exhale, back and down. Inhale, reach through the fingertips. Exhale, clasp your hands behind your back. Find the alternate grip. Inhale, reach your hands down your back, open your chest, and forward fold. Exhale, empty out. Keep your hands over your head. Inhale, relax the grip, halfway lift. Plant your hands down, step into your high plank. Full breath in here, take your weight into your fingertips. Exhale, chaturanga, just halfway, don't drop your shoulders. Upward facing dog, breath in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Beautiful, left leg lifts behind you, three-legged dog. Knee to nose, take the weight forward into your fingertips. Inhale, three-legged dog. Knee to nose, and this time land your foot right in between your hands. Plant your back foot for your warrior one. Inhale, lift your body up. Now your warrior one, take your foot slightly wider than you think for an untraditional pose, but it will help you square off your hips, which is what you want for your warrior one. So your back leg is rotating outwards, but the hip is rolling inwards. Sink down into your front knee. Take a full breath in here. Clasp your hands behind your back. Inhale, trace your back thigh with your fist. And then humble warrior, bring your whole body hopefully onto the inside of your thigh. But if you're high, don't worry about it. Just drop your head down so you're looking at your back foot. Keep the warrior one feeling. So you're pulling your left hip back and rolling your right hip forward. Plant down strongly into your feet. Take a one full breath in. Stay for your exhale. Release the grip, breath in, warrior one. Keep the depth in your legs as you rotate into your warrior two. 3 breaths, reverse warrior, inhale. Exhale and return, sink into your front knee. Reverse warrior, paint the ceiling. And return. Take as much weight out of the back head as you can. Beautiful, bring both hands to the top of the mat. Push into your three-legged dog. Stay in your scorpion, or perhaps rotate over into your wild thing. So you'll land your left foot down, keep your right leg straight. Your left hand will peel off the floor, and you'll open your chest towards the ceiling. Stay for a full round of breath. Keep lifting your hips up high. When you want to return, is your left hand will land down first, and then you'll peel your body up behind you. Bring your knee down onto the floor. Sit your hips down to your left heel, and then any amount of lift through your torso. If you want to turn into a full back bend, keep pressing your hips down as you lift your chest up high. Relax your shoulders down your back. Keep the front of the throat soft so you can still talk if you wanted to. Slowly come back. Bending up your back knee. Use your right hand to squeeze the foot in close to you. Now if you want to take it slightly deeper, like I said before, you want to take that right knee ever so slightly further back. Anything to open the front of the right hip. One more full breath in. You can lift the chest if you'd like to exaggerate the curve. Exhale, slowly release. Extend your back leg. Knee to nose, exhale. Return to your downward facing dog. Pedaling through the feet. Take 3 rounds of breath. And you can twist out the spine. Just move into any spaces that feel that they need an extra stretch. Next, inhale, lift up onto your tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees, see where you want to go. Step, hop or jump to the top and relax your body forwards. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees and roll to standing. Inhale, roll your shoulders up. And exhale back. 3 rounds of breath. Sighing out through the mouth. Expel the air. Try and lower the heart rate.